Hollandaise has to be one of my favourite sauces. Hello, I'm Alfie, a chef tutor at the Waitrose and Partners Cookery School, and in this video we're going to be talking everything Hollandaise. It's one of the 5 classical French sauces, so I'm going to tell you all the key steps to follow and you'll make perfect Hollandaise every time. The link for the recipe is in the description below. Check it out, give it a go. So what we're going to start with is our reduction. I'm going to put in 50 mils of white wine vinegar into a small saucepan. Now, if you don't have white wine vinegar and you've got cider vinegar will work really well as well. We're then going to be putting in the juice of half a lemon. I've put my vinegar and lemon juice onto a high heat. The reason why we're letting this reduce is because we're going to intensify the flavour. If we add too much liquid to our egg yolks at this point, it will affect getting that lovely base for our Hollandaise. It's got a little bit darker in colour, that's definitely reduced by 3/4. So I'm just going to take that off my heat. Now it's time to break 4 egg yolks. We are using the Longstock Gold eggs. Now this is a No.1 Waitrose product. These are the eggs I always use at home and they're really fantastic and they're very unique to Waitrose as well. Just go from shell to shell here. The colour of that yolk is amazing, it really is. The way I always think about it, the golder the yolk, the more flavour you're going to get out of that egg yolk. And I'm making sure I put my egg whites into a separate bowl. I like to keep them in my fridge at home. They work really, really well in meringue. This is our bain-marie. I've put about 1 inch or so of tap water in here. I've turned this onto the heat, and as soon as it started to boil, I've turned my heat down a bit. You never want your water touching the bottom of your bowl for your bain-marie. You don't want direct heat. This is a gentle process. I'm just gonna bring these eggs together, and then straight away, I'm gonna add in my reduction. First thing is constantly whisking. Always whisking, you want to aerate this. Another great little tip as well, while you're whisking like this, do go round the edges of the bowl as well, just to make sure you don't get any overcooked egg mixture. So our Hollandaise has been on for just over 3 minutes. It's tripled in volume. It's gone a little bit pale. And also, really important, when I drop my mixture, you get these little ribbons. I'm going to place this onto a tea towel because at this point we're going to be doing a lot more whisking, and using a tea towel just means your bowl doesn't move around all over the place. In this saucepan, I've got 250 grams of melted unsalted butter. So I'm just going to gradually pour in our butter. There's nothing wrong with Hollandaise getting a little bit too thick. I've made a lot of it in my time and I still sometimes have to add my little bit of water. Doesn't mean you're doing anything wrong at all at this point. Mine's actually getting quite thick, and it might be because I cooked my base a little bit more than normal. Absolutely fine. So I'm going to put in a little splash of cold water. I'm using a little bit of nice quality sea salt, and we've also got some white pepper. Now the reason why I'm using white pepper, it's very classic and also it doesn't show up in your Hollandaise. So being very pretty and French as this is, you don't want flecks of black pepper. Mix this through, and now very importantly we need to try this. It coats my mouth. I've got a lovely bit of acidity running through it, which is really important. It tastes very buttery, it tastes very rich because of those delicious, delicious eggs. Now it's time to plate up our Hollandaise with our delicious seasonal British asparagus. So I've boiled this asparagus for 3.5 minutes. You don't want to mess around with asparagus too much. It's a beautiful seasonal product and it's only around for a couple of weeks in the late spring, so do make the most of it. And I'm now going to pour my Hollandaise into a nice serving jug. Perfect for people to be able to help themselves. So that's our perfect Hollandaise sauce. It's a great thing to have in your repertoire. It's going to go fantastically with broccoli, with cauliflower. I'd say stick to seasonality. Anything that's fresh and in season, then try it with Hollandaise. You may be surprised.